What's going on, y'all? It's Elijah Locks. Today we got another prize picks video for you guys. In today's video, we're going to be giving you guys a total of 6 NBA player props that I love on the board for this Saturday, January 25th NBA slate. It's a huge one. Unfortunately, we did not give you guys a video on yesterday's video or on yesterday for this Friday slate. It was only a 3-game slate, so again, not a lot of plays to choose from. Didn't like any of the matchups, so again, was just staying away from that. But now we got a lot of games for the Saturday slate, so again, we're going to be give you guys a nice total of 6 players, a player of the day. And if you guys are new here, again, please drop a like and subscribe with those post notifications turned on. We're going to be uploading NBA content as much as possible, as consistent as possible, trying to give you guys the best value, best breakdowns, and the best overall edge that I can find on this prize picks board, and try and win some money together, which we're all trying to do here. And a little recap from that Thursday video, I believe. We gave you guys that Spurs and Indiana game over there in Paris. Unfortunately, that one was a blowout, and it was like a 30-point game. So again, it didn't hit because it's a blowout. All these guys are gonna get pulled out early. It's one-sided, obviously. And then that Scotty Barnes player of the day got hooked by 0.5, and it was just kind of ugly day in general. So we're looking to bounce back in today's video with the love the slate, love the props, love the games, everything. The matchups are very good. So with that being said, we're gonna go hop right to the props that I love on the board for today. And if you guys haven't joined already, we got a free Discord link down in the description below of this video. Again, it's just where we will be posting extra player props, announcements, and again, the player of the day is every single day, even if we don't have a video. I know I didn't upload one like yesterday, but again, that was just a small slate. Didn't really see anything I liked. So with that being said, we're going to go to hop right to the props I love on the board today. As you guys can see, a lot of good matchups, so much to choose from. I think this is one of the biggest slates that we've seen in a while. As you guys can see, so many games. So with that being said, we got a total of 6 props that I found on the board that I love. And with that being said, our player of the day in today's video is going to be Franz Wagner over his points line at 18.5. Now, if you look at the last 10 games, obviously he's greened out every single time. He was coming back from injury against this Portland team. Now, I was originally looking at his 7.5 points and rebounds, but I took that one off the prize picks board. Let me just verify that it's still on there. The value on that one was insane, but yeah, as you guys can see, points or the assist and rebounds line at 7.5 is not even on there anymore. They took it down. So I should be rocking with his points line at 18.5. Love this line for him. If we look at him throughout the whole season, he's covered this line 81% of the time, which is insane. Obviously, he's still coming back from injury. If we look at that game against Portland, he only saw 25 minutes in this matchup, but again, it was also a 20-point blowout. So obviously, he's not really going to be able to do nothing right there. He's going to get pulled early, plus coming back from injury. But this next game is supposed to be pretty solid between the Pistons and the Orlando Magic. So again, I believe he has a very good matchup against these guys to rank 16th. Obviously, the Pistons are the Pistons in overall. They give up 13 points a game. If we look at the opposing small forward position, they're ranked 8th, giving out 20 a game. Now, if we look at the positions around it, power forward, which I would consider this guy more of, they give around 25 a game. So just that 3 and 4 spot, they give a good amount of total points, around 50. And he only saw 24 minutes and was able to score 20 points in this matchup, which we'd love to see. And it was a very low scoring game. Out of the 79 Orlando points, he had a total of 20 of them. So again, that's a great percentage, a great chunk of the work that he put in. And he did it in 19 shot attempts. If we look at his last 10 games so far, he's been averaging around 21 shot attempts, shooting 46%. Now, if you're taking that much volume, 20 shot attempts, and your line is only at 18.5, I feel like this line is a no-brainer, especially in this type of matchup for him. He also has a great resume against these guys. And then the thing that I really like about this play is Franz Wagner has exceeded 18.5 points in 8 straight games at home, averaging 26.6 points. Again, that is 8 over his actual line. So if we look at these last couple of home games, as you guys can see, he has no problem just going well over this line every single time. And again, this one was in a less amount of minutes. If this game's a good game, I expect him to see like around, I'll say like 34 plus minutes or something like that. So again, I believe this should be a very great matchup. The spread is like minus 3.5 or something. So again, it should be a good game. And he actually has a decent resume against these guys. Obviously, these 2 games were from last season. He didn't play nearly as much, only 28 and 31 minutes. Didn't take as many shot attempts either, 13 and 10. If we compare that to this season, though, we saw this matchup so far last year. It was towards the beginning of the season, though. He had 30 points against these guys, which, again, was this season. Sorry if I got you guys confused on that one. And if we compare that to what he's been taking all this season, he's been averaging 19 shot attempts and 33 minutes. So, again, those numbers compared to this last season is definitely going to be up. And so far against these guys, he went solid at 30. So I believe this is a very good matchup. He's been doing his thing at home. He's been super consistent at covering this line. And again, if you're taking 20 plus shot attempts and your line's only 18.5, again, I feel like this one's a no-brainer, especially with it being against the Detroit Pistons. So that being said, our player of the day in today's video is Franz Wagner, 18.5 points. That's the one I recommend the most. If you guys didn't take anything from the videos, I always recommend the player of the days, and we're rocking with this one right here. Our second player is going to be Damian Lillard over his points and rebounds line at 26.5. Now, I'm not a last 10, the last 5 type of guy, but as you guys can see, this guy's been super consistent. He's been on a roll. The only time he went under was in this 34-point blowout against the New York Knicks. Obviously, he's going to get pulled early and not do their thing, but he still only got hooked by 1. I really like this line for him. It originally just got bumped up to 1. So again, even Prize Picks knows there's pretty good value. Now this Clippers team, they're actually solid defensively this season, considering them being the Clippers. Obviously, they're not like one of the best teams in the West. They're kind of like mediocre. But against opposing point guards, they're ranked 4th and 11th in points and rebounds allowed, giving around 22 and 6 a game. So again, pretty good value, especially for a guy like Damian Lillard. In his last 10 games, he's been averaging 16 plus shot attempts, shooting 50%. 35 plus minutes and 7.6 rebound chances, which is actually a great number for a guard like him. As you guys can see in his last couple games, he's been damn near getting like 4 or 5 guaranteed every single game. So again, if you take away that, he only needs like around 22 points to be able to cover that nice little combination right there. So that's why I'm rocking with the value right here. As you guys can see, this insight in his last 5 games, he's been averaging 32, which is what 8 or 6 over his actual line, and he actually has a great resume against the Clippers. As you guys can see, last season he went 2 out of 2 against these guys. This is also when he's on Milwaukee, and he went well over every single time, 45 and 42. And mind you, this was a low-scoring game, only 113 total points, and he had 41 points and 4 rebounds. Again, this game he had a total of 42 combined. Took similar shot attempts, only 22 and 19 shot attempts, played max minutes and 10 rebound chances. If we compare that to his last 10 games, he's been damn near taking the same amount, 16. Obviously, it depends on the type of game it is. Like, you'll see some games, 21, 19, 21. Obviously, this is a game where he likes to shoot in. He's been seeing great minutes, and his rebound chances have been there. So that being said, this is my second player on today's video, Damian Lillard, over that points and rebounds line at 26.5. That is my second player. With the third player on today's video, we're going to be rocking with Jalen Brunson over his points line at 26.5. Now, I love this matchup, Knicks versus Kings. I believe this should be a very good one. This is one of my favorite matchups of the day. This one also got bumped up by 1 recently, but we're still going to take the over at 26. I feel like the line's too good. Kings give up around 115 points a game to opposing teams, which is solid. Point guard position, they give around 22. Shooting guard position, they give around 28. So again, a total combined of 50 points that they give up from that 1 and 2 spot, which Jalen Brunson does play depending on who's in the game. So again, I feel like this is a very good matchup. He's actually been super consistent in his last couple games on going over this line. The only time he didn't cover was in this very low scoring game. It was just an ugly matchup, 99 to 95. We typically do not see that in today's era of the NBA. But if we look at every other game in the hundreds, he's gone well over, except the only time he got hooked recently against the Minnesota Timberwolves, which is a blowout. But if these guys score over 100, I could almost guarantee that Jalen Brunson is going to have a total of 27 points. He's been taking so many shot attempts, 20 shot attempts. His last couple games, he's actually been increasing 26, 24, 22, 23. And again, his line needs 27 to cover. And then the part that I really like about this play is Brunson has exceeded this points line in 4 of his last 5 games at home, averaging 32. So again, that is 6 over his actual line. I feel like the value right here. And he actually has a great history against these guys. He went 2 out of 2 last season. 42 and 35 in both these matchups, 28 and 20 shot attempts, again, which is kind of similar to what he's been taking recently. So again, the value should be there, and I believe this is just a very good matchup overall, and I believe Jalen Brunson should be the go-to guy for this Knicks team right here. So with that being said, Jalen Brunson is the third player on today's video, 26.5 points. With the fourth player that I'm rocking with, we're going to be looking at DeMar DeRozan over his PRA line at 29.5. Now, this is another guy that I was debating on putting for my player of the day. I love this player right here. If we look at New York Knicks defensively, they're ranked 23rd, 5th, and 12th in PRA allowed to opposing shooting guards, which he does play. Point guard position, they're a little more solid, but DeMar DeRozan, he's obviously a well-known shooting guard. He doesn't really fluctuate, bring out the ball, or nothing like that. So again, they give a majority of their points from this spot, giving around 30 alone just from there. And DeMar DeRozan's volume has been through the roof recently. As you guys can see, he's been taking 20 shot attempts on average. Some games he'll shoot 26 shot attempts right here, like these ones. 8 rebound chances and 8 potential assists. So again, this guy's definitely going to seize opportunities to cover 30 total. Again, if you have this much volume, again, I feel like this is a very good line. DeMar DeRozan, obviously this is his last 5 play, but in his last 5 games, he's been averaging 36.5 PRA. Again, that is 7 over his actual line. I feel like it would just be a crime to not take this play. And he also has a great resume against these guys. As you guys can see in his last 4 head-to-heads, He's covered this line 4 out of 4. Obviously, this was last season when he was on the Chicago Bulls, but I feel like he's actually been more incorporated in this Kings offense so far this season compared to when he was on the Bulls, actually. So, again, he saw 35, 35, 45, and 40. So, this is just a matchup where he actually thrives in. Similar shot attempts at 19.3 shot attempts a game. His numbers have actually been up. So, again, his volume has actually been up. Rebound chances are similar. Actually, it's one more over. So, again, the volume is going to be there, and the potential assist is at 12.5. So, again, I feel like this is just a great line in general. Again, he's been balling out. He's been super consistent on getting the shots up and averaging 38 minutes. This guy's going to be playing ball, and this matchup against the Knicks on the road should be a good one. DeMar DeRozan, he's the veteran on this team, obviously, and he's actually been the go-to guy for this Kings team all season on the road. So whenever they're out there in enemy territory, he's definitely going to be the guy cool, calm, and collected to go to. So I just like this line for him. I feel like the numbers have been super consistent. So with that being said, that is our fourth player in today's video, DeMar DeRozan, 28.5 PRA. With the fifth player on today's video, we're going to be rocking with Ausar Thompson over his points and rebounds line at 12.5. Now, I feel like this one's pretty low. Obviously, in the last 10 games, he's had his struggles, but majority of the time, surprisingly, they're all at home. I'm not sure why, but Kid Cunningham usually goes crazy at home for these guys. Now, Ausar Thompson, he's actually been a baller on the road, which I really love about this play. Obviously, it's against Orlando Magic, which are honestly very solid defensively, ranked second in both points and rebounds, allowed around 104 and 42 to opposing teams. If we look at the small forward position alone, they give around 17.4 and 8. Now, this dude's not really much of a scorer. Obviously, he's going to get his points in there eventually, but he does grab so many rebounds, and that's what I love about this play. If we look at his little inside down here, Thompson has exceeded 12.5 points and rebounds in 6 straight games on the road, averaging 16.5 points rebounds. Again, if you're averaging that much over and your line's only 12.5, that's 4 over his actual line in 6 straight games on the road. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this prop, this dude's been a baller on the road, and there's actually been some tough matchups right here, like Knicks, Houston, Denver. They're all pretty solid teams defensively, and those are where he had the most in 16, 18, and 20. So again, he actually does a great job scoring. If we look at these matchups on the road, he's been taking almost 8 shot attempts and been seeing 10 rebound chances. So again, that line only being at 12.5, you're taking 8 shots and 10 rebound chances. Again, I feel like this one's a no-brainer as long as he makes a couple buckets. I feel like this one should be a good line. And if we look at his resume against these guys, it's not the best. This one was a very low-scoring game. He got hooked right here. This one is kind of 50-50. But a lot of them were from last season. As you guys can see, he definitely played less minutes, 19, 20 right here. If we compare that to his last 10 games, his volume has definitely been up at or actually his games on the road. Let's go to this one. He's been seeing almost 22 minutes right here. So I feel like the lines have definitely been up. Recently, these games he's been seeing like around 25 minutes. So I believe this is a very good line for him. And I believe Ausar Thompson should be able to cover it if he's seeing that much volume right there. So Ausar Thompson over that. Oh, this one actually just got bumped up. Points and rebounds line. Obviously, I was showing you this line at 12.5. It just got pushed to 13. So again, even prize picks into the value is pretty solid on this line. And then with the last player in today's video, we're going to be rocking with Herro over his points line at 20.5. I feel like this one's a very good matchup for him. If we look at his last 10 games, he's covered this line 70% of the time. The only time he got hooked was this blowout against the Spurs. 20-point game. He's going to get pulled out early and not get that little push right there. Blowout against the Golden State Warriors, and then a blowout against the Utah Jazz. So whenever it's a blowout, this dude's typically not going to cover. But this Heat versus Nets matchup, I believe this was a good one over there on the road, which he have actually been struggling with this season. I believe Herro should be able to keep the guy, this team in the game. If we look at the opposing shooting guard position, the Brooklyn Nets are ranked defensively. They're ranked 11th in points allowed around 26 game. Point guard, they were ranked 17th, gave around 24 a game. So again, from that 1 and 2 spot, which Herro does play, they give a total of 50 points. So I believe 20 of those points should definitely go to Herro. His volume's been crazy. He's been averaging 35 minutes a game. Whenever it's a good game, you'll see like 37 plus guaranteed. Been taking 17.5 shot attempts on average, shooting 46%, which is great. And again, like I just mentioned down below or at the beginning of this play, Herro's been the go-to guy on the road for this Heat team, definitely. He's exceeded 20.5 points in 5 straight games on the road, averaging 28.4 points. So again, in 5 straight games, he's been averaging 8 over whenever they're in enemy territory, which I love to see right here. As you guys can see, these are all his recent games on the road. Cover this line every single time, well over with no problem. Obviously, this one he barely got over, but it was a blowout, so he got pulled early. If it was a close game, he'd definitely have another high number like this one. So, He's been balling out, doing his thing on the road. If we look at his shot attempts on the road, he's been seeing 19 on these games, 35 minutes, and he actually has a great resume against these guys. This game, he didn't cover because it was kind of a blowout, pretty much low-scoring game the whole time. Only took 13 shot attempts in this matchup. So again, his averages have definitely been up recently, though, so I'm not worried about that. If we look at the other two matchups, 30 and 29, when he's taking his regular shot attempts at 23 and 22, he's going to go well over. And if we look at his shot attempts recently, he's actually been taking similar shots compared to those games right there. So as long as he gets the shots up, I believe he should be able to exceed this line pretty easily. And with that being said, that is our last player on today's video. So Tyler Herro over that. This one actually just got bumped up too as well. I literally locked this one in, this 6-man, right before uploading this video, and a lot of these players have actually started to get bumped up. So for you guys, I would hop in these picks. Love all the value on these ones. And did they take down our player of the day? Okay, they literally, oh wait, what? I'm tripping. They literally took it off. Okay, so our player of the day is Franz Wagner over that 18.5 points. If you guys didn't take anything from today's video, I'd definitely recommend this play. I think they took it down for a second and then put it back up, because if you guys saw at the beginning of the video, I definitely had it up here, and whenever they take down a play, it'll take it off your like little slip that you're making. But Franz Wagner is my player of the day. This is my favorite one. If you guys didn't take anything from today's video, I'd rock with this play. Second player, Damian Lillard over that 26.5 points rebounds. Third player, Jalen Brunson over that 26 points. Fourth player, DeMar DeRozan over that 28.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Fifth player, Ausar Thompson over that 13.5 points. It was rated 12.5, but got bumped up. And then lastly, Tyler Herro over that 21.5 points. Obviously, it got bumped up just recently. It was at 20.5. But these are my 6 players I'm rocking with for this Saturday, January 25th slate. Again, you guys can mix and match these however you guys want. Tail straight up, nice little 6-man. Again, I gave you guys my favorite one, and from the breakdown information that I gave you guys could use these however you guys want, and just use them that you guys believe whatever is best your own benefit. But with that being said, that is pretty much all I got for you guys in today's video. Again, please drop a like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. It literally takes 1 second. It would really help me out. Just get my content out there to more people. And with that being said, that is all I got for you guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and let's see you today.